Our video monitors now take us to Barrow County, Georgia. That is where the father of the accused shooter in the Apalachee High School mass shooting faced a judge today. Colin Gray faces multiple charges because prosecutors believe he bought the gun used in the mass shooting for his son, 14-year-old Colt Gray. Colt stands accused of killing 2 teachers and 2 students in last month's attack. Senior coordinating producer for CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit Anna Schecter joins us live on the stream. Anna, what happened in court today?
Well, it was very revealing. We learned more about what happened in the minutes and months leading up to the shooting than we had known before. And really what prosecutors were doing is trying to make a case that Colin, the father, is culpable. He faces secondary manslaughter charges. He also faces charges related to child abuse. And what detectives said on the stand is that for months leading up to the shooting, he was purchasing guns and ammunition and other materials that could be used in a shooting. And also that the son, Colt, 14-year-old Colt, had writings and drawings planning out a school shooting. And we've got some sound. Let's take a listen to that sound pertaining to that notebook that was found by investigators.
We also located during the execution of the search warrant a notebook in Colt's bedroom. It had pretty detailed drawings of a stick figure that he had labeled you, so him. It then says, shoot the teacher first. There's another stick figure with a bullet going through their body. It says gut shot. There's then pictures of 2 stick figures, students. It then says the students next with an exclamation point next to their desks.
So you hear a reading of these words that was an actual plan to carry out, to shoot a teacher first, then a student, a gut shot. I mean, he had been really thinking about this. We know from previous reporting that he had been fascinated by other school shootings, but this level of detail, we weren't expecting to get all of that today. And a judge agreed with prosecutors that there was probable cause against the father and that the case against him can go forward.
Before my director's saying something really quickly. Say it again. All right, so just to go back to where I was, we remember that body camera video where police visited the home of Colt and his father there, and they asked them about some suspicions that they had, and the father said at the time that his son would catch hell if he ever thought anything. Do we know if the dad saw that notebook prior to the purchase of the gun?
We didn't get into that in the hearing today, but we do know that the father was told that his son had posted to Discord an alarming message, a threat to shoot up a middle school imminently, and that he had even posted photos of guns, which authorities see that as a major red flag. And right. So local and federal officials have said so many red flags missed, and today we heard all of the details about exactly what his father did to almost facilitate this, and he did nothing to thwart it. Even when Colt's mother became increasingly alarmed by his behavior and about his access to firearms, and prosecutors said that she implored the father to keep those guns away from Colt, and clearly he did not.
And it's been reported that the mother actually called the morning when she heard about the shooting to police. Thank you so much for that update. We appreciate you being on the stream with us.